Black Chicago is tired of Brandon Johnson and they got to let the world know. And of course, they pulled up to the city council meeting to give him an earful of what's going on. And of course, this is Chicago Red. Now, for those of you who don't know, Chicago Red is a fairly new idea formulated by Miss P. Ray, who's a former Democrat turned Republican. And these are like urban Republicans, not your traditional, let's say, conventional black sellouts with a white wife. No, these are brothers and sisters from the neighborhood who got tired of the Democratic Party, and now they're Chicago Red. And so they're gonna be coming out saying some interesting things in this video, and we'll start with this lady.
You and all these Democratic mayors out here and governors, y'all talking about crashing out for these illegals, right? You all sit up there and said you will not allow Trump to come in here and get these illegals. Yeah, you can smile. We're in $1 billion deficit. And you spent half of our money, half of that on illegals. You campaign and double down that you would not raise property taxes. I ain't gonna do that. You campaign went around doing that. And here we are right now. You wanted to raise our taxes $300 million. They shut it down. Now we back here for $150 million. Okay. See, this is what we asking now. Since you want to crash out, some of y'all say y'all willing to go to jail for it. Trump, Tom Homan, make an example out this Negro right here first. Please come here first, because you know what? We're going to help you. We want a forensic
Ma'am, I would ask that you keep your, hold on a second, stop her time. Just a second. Stop her time. Ma'am, I would ask that you, if you want to continue speaking, you have to make sure that your language is appropriate, okay?
Now, if you guys saw that, he was trying to basically turn her mic off for using profane words. But last I checked, Negro is not a profane word. He kind of lost his temperature a little bit because she didn't curse. She didn't say anything that was wrong. She was kicking knowledge. And Negro is Spanish for black, okay? And we always hear Mr. Identity Politics, Chicago Brandon Johnson, mayor himself, refer to himself as black. So when she says this Negro, she's talking about you as a black person. It's not a bad thing, but the reason is that you're so in your feelings because she was actually cooking your ass and she was telling the whole truth about you that you didn't have any defense. So what you wanted to do was try to stop it and try to basically mitigate whatever she was saying. But she jumped right back on your ass and she came with the heat. But it's okay. The next person here will do just that.
Oh, Mayor Brandon Johnson, I was always taught that a man's word is his bond. I was always told that if you can't take a person at their word, you can't take them at nothing, right? So, because I was raised that way, I stand by my word. And it's 2 words I gave you. The first word was, we coming for them seats. And we are. And we are. The second word I gave is that we was going to make y'all famous. And we going to make y'all famous. Starting with Famous Friday. Every Friday at 6 o'clock, we're going to be on Zoe's YouTube. Tune in, Zoe Lee. And we're going to get you one at a time. Starting with, we're going to pull your name out of a hat. And we're going to see who is the lucky person who gets to go first. Let's see who's down here. Drum roll, please.
Let's go. Who we going to make famous?
This week, Friday at 6 o'clock, featured on the Zoe Lee YouTube is alderperson, because I'm not getting caught up in pronouns and junk. Alderperson Jesse Fuentes.
Yes.
Yay! She's not here, but her people are. Y'all get the word to her. Make sure y'all tune in so you'll know what to expect when it's your turn. For everybody who sat here and ain't helping me get my property, you gonna sit up here and watch them take my stuff from me? But every black person I know that get their property taken, that's a seat that's going. You can believe that. You can believe that. I hate that your name wasn't pulled first. That Mary Richardson Laurie, we're going to get to her too. We're going to get to them commissioners. We get to everybody who sat back and watching me be stressed out about my stuff. Tell Jesse Fuentes, tune in. We about to make her famous.
So shout out to her. She's always there. And Zoe, shout out to her also. They're going to be on YouTube. And again, I'm going to check the live out. I'll be sharing it here on the Kingana YouTube channel. And they might think that this is a game, but it's not. That lady has been predicting exactly what she's been saying at every meeting, that they was going to basically get them out of there. They're going to get them out of there. And they think that, oh, okay, because they're going to be on the YouTube channel, it's not going to blow up. No, it's going to blow up. All right. Those people are going to be sharing that stuff. And you guys got to understand, like, just because somebody may or may not have a big following, no, they can get a big following. The lady they're talking about made it to the Breakfast Club and got all sorts of international exposure. You've seen Miss P. Ray, who's always on Fox News. Miss Cata Trust is on Fox News, all the networks. So you think that this is not going to get any traction? Listen, the Republicans want to talk to people like that. They would love to put them on to international news outlets or local outlets to basically discredit you, Brandon Johnson, and to grow the sentiment amongst African Americans in Chicago who are tired of you. So the fact that they have to pull somebody's name out the hat and they're gonna go in and talk. I saw one of the ladies down there acting like she was smirking at it. No, it's not a laughing matter, honey, at all. Now this next lady here is gonna then drop some facts too.
Let's talk about vows when you all are getting up there doing those prayers. Let's talk from a Christian point of view. Numbers 32, Ecclesiastes 5:5, James 5:12, Matthew 5:33, and 5:37. You know what those all are, Brandon Johnson? They're called vows that you make before God. You get on national TV and make these statements that raising property taxes is not one of the things that you can do because it's the lazy way of doing things. But are you now lazy? Are you now lazy? It's the question, because you're not holding to any of these.
Now, basically, she's calling Brandon Johnson a liar. Now, remember I did a video not so long ago where Brandon Johnson was talking about, oh, he didn't want to raise property taxes. He thought it was silly to raise property taxes. Well, he tried to raise property taxes of $300 million, and then that got shut down, right? But she's not wrong. Look at what he's trying to do now.
As the chill of December sets in, many city council members are still not warming up to the idea of a property tax hike of any kind.
Residents are already squeezed enough, and they cannot afford another property tax.
The mayor's $300 million property tax hike was voted down 50-0, but the latest working plan has cut that down to just $60 million. That's about the amount it would go up if the mayor took the automatic increase tied to inflation.
Well, the fact that we started at 300, then we went to 150, now we're maybe talking about 60. Is extremely troubling to me because number one, it appears that we should have started at 60.
Yeah, he's trying to raise it to $60 million. And one of the reasons why he wants to do that is because basically they're in debt. And why are they in debt? Because they spent a lot of the city's money, not on the citizens, not on infrastructure, but on the migrant crisis. Yes, the migrant crisis. That is exactly how silly this guy is. And he continues to make mistakes. And black people are going to continue to come to those city hall meetings, and they're going to continue to crack down on his ass. And his days are numbered. I don't think that he's going to repeat as mayor. I think he is, as the woman said, the worst mayor in the country. He's number 2 because Tiffany Henyard is number 1. And both of those guys are in Cook County. That just goes to show you how bad Cook County is when it comes to black politicians. Well, guys, what do you think? It's your boy, L.J. Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Fair Use. Appreciate you for all of you. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.